Yes, sir. And welcome back to Real Spit with Spitty. I'm your host, Spitty Will. This is your first time to the channel. I just want to thank y'all for pulling up. We're gonna be dropping some gems on y'all today. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, comment, etc., etc. Help us, get through this algorithm. And without further ado, we got a guest in the building, a really dope individual who
Oh,
I've had the pleasure of, having some deep convos with, having some dope convos with, um, from Detroit, Michigan.
yes, sir.
We got the God,
God.
Courtney Bell. What's good, bro?
Peace to the God. What's happening?
Man, everything's smooth, bro. How you feeling?
All is well, man.
Yes, sir.
Dealing with this fucking LA. Jesus, Atlanta traffic,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Nah, hey,
My
it's
God.
reminiscent of some LA traffic.
Man,
So
man,
shit, I don't blame
LA,
you.
LA traffic is better. Like this
Yeah.
shit is treacherous out
Yeah,
here,
it's
man.
crazy because I've lived in LA and I've lived in New York, and I gotta say that this traffic that we got here in Atlanta is like no other, bruh. And I think it's cause so many people from here come here from different places,
Yeah,
so they use like the traffic laws or the traffic, you know what I mean, how they move in their cities here, and don't none of it
yeah,
ever go together.
man. I wouldn't wish this shit on my worst enemy, bro.
Yeah, straight
No
up.
cap. Like
Hey,
this shit is crazy.
so to start the interview, bro, I wanna know you know what this is, bro?
The rotary,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Can you dial a number on the rotary phone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah, type
All right.
shit.
So I want you
Is
to.
this real? Like, it's it ain't well, no, it ain't connected.
No, it ain't connected, but
Okay.
shit, it's a real rotary. You know what I'm saying? That moms used to have that in the house back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I grew up on house phones, so
Yo,
probably like my grandma probably had
yeah,
one of these.
straight up.
So then you go,
All right, so like dial 414
okay,
447 76. Oh wait. Okay, my boy know how to use the rotary.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I've seen Harlem Nights and a whole bunch of other shit. You gotta be watching movies.
Nah, straight up. Nah, man.
Oh wait, you made me dial a number. I thought the phone was about to ring.
Nah, hell
Oh man,
nah.
here, man.
Hey,
Take some.
that's my old house number that I grew up with. So you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's a classic
Yeah,
though.
bro.
You fuck around and die in this modern day time trying to call the police on that one for you.
Yo, it's funny though because some of the young folks that like work here at the studio, I'll just randomly be like, "Yo, dial this number," and man, they'll be looking at that like it's a spaceship.
No, for sure. You'll get impatient trying to call somebody.
Yo,
No cap. I've been lost my shit trying to call somebody on that.
yo, straight up, like you like man, why you waiting for it to?
Yeah, you gotta wait for it to spin back. The killer been kicked in the crib. You
Yeah, man.
finished. You
Nah,
finished.
that's what's up, bro. That's funny, man. So, nah, bro, I appreciate you, man, pulling up, blessing the new platform.
Oh man, had to.
And,
Had to.
this is for us to have a dope convo, drop gems on folks, you know what I mean? And just, man, just vibe for real.
No, no doubt. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that, man. Let's get it going.
So, how Atlanta been treating you, bro?
We just got down here like a few hours ago.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm dealing with all of the traffic.
Yeah.
You feel me? But outside of that, I think the last time we came down here, I stayed in Buckhead for the first time.
Okay.
So like that was a beautiful experience because like I had my own little preconceived notion of what Atlanta was.
Yeah.
Like I knew they had rich parts and all of that shit out here, but staying in Buckhead, it made me feel like damn, I could actually move to the A.
Yeah.
Like I fuck with the energy of this space. It's damn near like having nice cribs in the woods, in the
Yeah.
forest, in
Yeah.
the midst of all of that.
Yeah.
And I'm a nature boy at heart.
Word.
So far, we good right now.
Yeah.
I'm a little tired, but
So shit, you
we
hit the
fucking.
city and just moving, working. Like you ain't playing with it.
Yeah, no, I don't like moving into no space without like me tapping in with my people that I know, without getting something done. Like I can chill when I get back to the crib. That's what I
Yeah.
have a crib for in the comfort of my own space. When I'm out and I'm moving around from city to city or state to state, I'm tapping in with real people, real members. Like
Yeah.
I love to go through people's hoods and see how they grew up. And
Yeah.
like that's what I'll be on when I
Word.
go from state to state, especially if it's on media and business on the music side.
Yeah, no, I could dig that. And for you, moving around, doing media, doing press, and all of that, like, is this something that you actually enjoy? Like, are you comfortable, doing all this?
Yeah, hell yeah. I interview naturally, like, cause I feel like me being authentic and me being myself, people will find their self in me being me at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Like I don't like knowing what we gonna talk about. I don't like having the questions in my head because now I'm not being real. I'm trying to think of the best answer
Mhm.
opposed to just answering authentically.
Yeah.
So like, and it show character because for a lot of people outside of social media, I hate social media.
Yeah.
So this be the space for me to show my personality, who I am, how I communicate, how I talk,
Yeah.
my dialect,
Yeah.
like you feel me, my energy, posture, all of that type of
Yeah.
shit. So
Nah,
I love I love interviews.
for sure. And we in the social media age. We are in this time where it's like the social media is more important than the music.
Anything,
So how
anything.
so how do you adapt to that, and how do you get yourself just accustomed to posting regular and showing that personality and all that on social media?
Being real, I still don't do that shit now. My managers be on me every damn day
Yeah.
about posting. I'll go 2 or 3 days without posting
Mm.
just because like I honestly don't care about it, but like I understand and I'm wrapping my mind around the fact that that's the space that we
Yeah.
in now. Like content is king now. So
Yeah.
like now I just moved like a little further out of my city. So like I be having to be on my cameraman every single day. Damn near like, bro, we gotta shoot this.
Yeah.
Bro, we gotta do this. Bro,
Yeah.
we gotta do this. And I shoot the shit and then don't post it for a week.
Yeah.
So like I'm adjusting to it still day by day. Some days, some weeks I might do good. I might 10 across the board and post every single day, two or
Yeah.
three times out the day. But then in real life, it'd be like a sensory overload for a nigga. So like I don't be caring to get on.
Yeah.
Like right now, the biggest thing for me to conquer is TikTok.
Mm.
I don't be on TikTok, but that's where right now in the space that we in, all of the records
Yeah.
are translating onto streams
Yeah.
from the TikTok space.
Nah, for sure. And I mean, TikTok is the number one place for music discovery right now.
Oh
So
God.
it's almost like if you not positioned there, then
You losing out.
you're not even playing the game.
For sure.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure. On my mama. So like I'm really adjusting to that right now. Like that's been the biggest thing. Like my manager's been on my ass about like, did you post on TikTok today? And in my head, I'll be like, man, fuck TikTok.
Yeah.
But I understand that we need it. It's not like fuck the app or the platform.
Right, right.
But it just be like it's another app that I have to adjust to, have to figure the algorithm out, figure out how to crack within my niche and what makes sense for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting on there and I'm not doing something that's uncomfortable to me or is inauthentic
Yeah.
to who I am as a man or who I am as a person. You
Yeah.
feel me? So
And see you talking to somebody who, digital marketing is my forte. Like that's,
no
what I
doubt.
do. Like all like even the plaques in here, like these are from me spearheading the digital marketing on these projects.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gangster.
So like my whole career, I've been pressing that issue to artists, through the different phases of social media. Working with Jibs who's from St. Louis, Chain Hang Low. That was back when MySpace was hella popping, and you know what I'm saying, and then even like platforms like AOL and
Yeah.
Yahoo.com like used to be like major like in the online space and all of that. So what I mean, cats like Wiz, that was in like I don't want to say it was the beginning of Twitter, but it was, I would say, at least the beginning of like when Twitter like was the platform that you had to be on for music
Yeah,
discovery
no
and all
doubt.
of
No
that.
doubt.
So, what I mean, giving these cats cameras, to film themselves on a daily basis, and, really doing like what artists are doing now,
Now, for sure.
posting on a daily basis, getting on live, all of that. Even with like artists like Big Sean, who I worked with when I worked at Def Jam, it was like on the same tip, like us doing vlog series and him doing shows every weekend. So it's like, yo, let's make a vlog series. Okay. The weekend recap, you know what I'm saying? And getting that going. So nah, it's always been interesting for me to work with artists and see them in like the different times of the game. Like even I remember early on working with Snoop. Like I worked the Rhythm and Gangsta album
Yeah,
and the Blue Carpet Treatment album.
no doubt.
And that was a time, bro, where niggas did not want to be on camera. You know what I'm saying? Now
Hmm.
Snoop, he a cat who's always been kind of ahead of the game and
For sure.
open to shit. But it was just funny, seeing even like back then where you put a camera like in one of these artists' faces and they be
They pushing it. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure. For
you know
sure.
what I mean? So nah, so it's interesting to see just where the game is now, because it's like I was saying before, if you don't do it now, like you're not even really playing the game.
For sure.
You know.
Man, I'm wrapping my mind around it, man.
Yeah.
I'm wrapping my mind around it, man. And
Wow.
I think for me, it's more so like if that's something that like I'm having a hard time with, adding someone into the space that can help
Yep.
with posting
Yep.
until I get it up under like my own grips. Like, okay, I can do
Yeah.
this now. I can do this because I'll be balancing real life, being an artist,
Right.
and like
Right.
just juggling a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm strong on Instagram because I've subconsciously programmed myself
Mm-hmm.
to be on that platform a lot with
Yeah.
posting and all of that. So I'm comfortable there. So I think it's just really just like me mentally rewiring, like, hey, you gotta add this in there too.
Yeah, for
You gotta
sure.
add this because it's not hard to post on there,
Right.
bro.
No, it's
It's not
not. But
hard
but but it's time consuming. I mean,
for
that's just
sure.
real. I mean, because even me, you know, as an expert in it, like it's still I still have to remember or have to put the alert to my phone, like, oh shit, I need to post.
Yep, that's
Or
what I got on my phone.
yeah. And then thankfully now the apps have it where you can schedule
Skip
your posts. So
100.
then you can at least like, you know, the night before go ahead and schedule like a few posts for the next day. Or like you said, adding somebody to your team, which is vital. You get you somebody that's young and can speak like you,
Hmm.
where, you know, or they put stuff together, send it to you for approval.
And it's
You
like let
you
it
you
fly.
fix the word in like to make it sound like you, and then boom, yeah, let it fly, let it go.
Hmm.
YouTube Shorts is like
A
where the
whole
game is
nother
at.
thing. A
You know what I'm
whole nother
saying?
look.
Like,
Look, she just looking at me like, I
yeah,
told you.
nah, YouTube Shorts is where it's at, bro. And I saw that you started a new series called Word to Self,
Yeah, no doubt.
and you've been posting that on IG.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so like even with that, like I was looking on your YouTube Shorts and was like, yo, if bro got more personal on the YouTube Shorts and started posting this type of stuff, like that's gonna go. Cause I see now it's like more promo for like your music
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
videos and
yeah, yeah, for
you know
sure.
stuff
And,
like that.
and you know what? I actually was posting it on my YouTube Shorts, but for some odd reason, it was going to my actual feed.
Mm,
So I didn't notice it until like maybe a week after,
mm,
and I go on my page, and it's like all of these videos is in my feed where all my actual music videos is
yeah,
at. So I just recently had to delete everything, and I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if it's something I'm doing wrong, but I've been posting the same way.
yeah.
But I do agree
And
though.
you doing it from your phone?
Yep, I'm doing it from my
Okay,
phone.
word.
Yep, yep. Like
Yeah,
when we doing the interview, I'm show both of y'all actually
word.
since we both here.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I be having it on shorts and the shit go right to my feed.
yeah,
I got a short fuse with it. I just be like, all right, fuck it.
yeah.
Like, and I can't be like that because it's content that I gotta get out at
Yeah,
the end of the
nah,
day.
content is king.
Man,
It's real.
no doubt.
Yo, so on your Word to Self series, you said something. In order to lead, you must turn your back to the crowd.
No doubt.
That statement is so real because you know, like what a lot of people don't understand is that, like, first of all, you can't bring everybody with you,
On my mama.
you know, and you have to put yourself in a position so that the people that are following can even trust you taking the lead and, and,
Real
and and
talk.
directing them in the right way.
Real talk. And first and foremost, which camera can I look at? It don't matter. That one. Okay. My Uncle Torian. Shout out to my Uncle Torian. My Uncle Torian is actually the one who gave me that saying. Um, he told me that like I embodied that because like just coming from where I come from, my upbringing, being brought up in the gang culture, really being an active gang member for a certain period of time and being involved in the street and making that pivotal change and constantly making that pivotal change at different plights of my manhood.
Yeah.
He recently just said that to me like a few weeks ago. He said that specific thing, like in order for the orchestra to be led, like the choir director got to turn his back to the crowd.
Yeah.
And he was like, I feel like that's what you doing
Mm.
musically, just for the culture of Detroit and in general. Because like back home, I'm one of the peculiar voices in Detroit
Mm.
for hip hop. You feel me? And for rap at the end of the day.
Mm.
And him saying that, it just hit home for me. And it's like being a voice and being different is cool with being different, bro. It's cool with being a unique expression of the creator with your gift in general, even
Mm.
if it ain't rapping, if it's singing, if it's being a doctor, if it's being a truck driver, whatever that is.
Yeah.
As long as you ushering the creator into that space, then everything is Gucci. But then I had to realize that through that saying, a lot of people are sheep minded and not saying it in a bad way, but a lot of people
No, no.
have to follow something in
Yeah.
order to be led in the right direction at
Yeah.
the same time. You feel me? So just knowing the responsibility that come with that alone.
Yeah. And
Feel
I've
me?
and I've had to learn.
Is this something I'm doing?
Uh, let me see. We could probably just put like a probably just put something on it. Hold up.
Yeah, hold on, let me see. There you go. There you go. I'm good. I'm
You
good.
good?
Yep,
Oh, okay,
yep.
cool.
It just got a little uneven.
Okay.
My bad.
No, you good. You good. We live and direct. So I think even on that thought, I've had time I've had times, and I've even had to understand and like kind of clear my frustration where you almost you almost it's hard when you a leader and when you moving at a certain speed to understand that what you just said, everybody isn't a leader. Some people are meant to follow.
To
And
follow
and,
for
and
sure.
even saying that isn't disrespecting
No, it's a
nobody
healthy
or something.
ecosystem. It's
Yeah,
a healthy ecosystem of
exactly.
life.
Because everybody can't be the boss. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like you got a company. Like if everybody's the boss, then who's gonna
Who's
handle?
getting work done?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's getting
So
work done?
I've had times like whether it's with family members or even with like some of my partners, from the hood or whatever, where I would wish that like, damn, I wish you would do X, Y, and Z or move in this way. But then I had to learn and even like through therapy, talking to, my therapist and voicing some of that frustration. And she was like, yo, you got to understand, like, not everybody is meant to lead. And that's
100.
not a negative thing.
Hell
And you
no,
got
it
to
ain't.
stop looking at people like that because you can almost push people away,
Mm-hmm.
putting that type of pressure or those expectations on people.
For sure. And it's like learning that life is an ecosystem, bro. It's like learn, learning that life is an ecosystem and everything. Oh, wait, is it me or him? Oh,
All right.
are we good? Yeah. Yeah, man. I think that learning that life is an ecosystem itself, like with me in general, like I had fears of being a leader because I couldn't lead. I didn't know how to lead myself. I couldn't
Hmm.
trust myself. So through being a leader and learning how to trust yourself and build a real relationship with yourself, it taught me the power of why certain people are called to lead at the same time. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like when you call to that space, bro, you either gonna accept or life is gonna be chaotic until you accept your calling.
Yeah. No, that's real. I can kind of relate to that on the tip of, um, I think there were times where I didn't see myself how other people saw me.
That's exactly,
And
exactly.
so I would, just be moving around in a sense like, I'm just me. I'm just
Regular Joe Smo to you, like, oh, for
yeah,
sure,
you feel me?
for
Like
sure.
and how I move is regular or normal to me and not understanding like the power that I hold or
That
the
you
or the
hold.
type of energy that I
Mm-hmm.
that I bring and the fact that, um being a visionary and being somebody who like I'm a system builder. I know how to build system. I'm a visionary and I'm a system builder. And I had to understand that people want to work within a system that's built
That
and and
100.
and, and and us talking about like having certain positions, there are people who want to play their position like, hey, build this and delegate to us what we need to
What we
do
need to do, for
to
sure,
move this forward. So nah, I had to get out of that mindset too and just understand like how to be a better leader and
for
how to
sure.
communicate with people better.
Because most of the time, bro, man, we be in our own way. 9 times out of 10, you in your own way.
Yeah.
Feel me? And a lot of the traumas and things that weigh us down, like I had to come to realize that a lot of my thoughts weren't my own. A lot
Mm,
of my emotions that I felt weren't my own.
yeah.
They were from my upbringing. They may be somebody who influenced me the most. Like I got a cousin that I looked up to.
Mhm.
A lot of the way he moved and talked, I picked up his mannerisms and didn't even become aware of it until I became aware.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like once you become aware of those other voices and learn how to silence those voices out and get to the voice, which is your highest self, the creator at the end of the day, everything else works itself out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's like stepping into the role of being a leader is never the easiest task when you don't trust yourself.
Yeah.
You don't love yourself. You're not aware of who and what you truly are.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because if not, if I'm called to lead and I don't step into my calling within the space of leadership, then where am I leading these people that's following me that I'm completely unconscious of?
Right.
And it
Right.
makes it even more pivotal that niggas rap and got the gift to be able to articulate themselves at a high level with rap music.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole nother genre of hypnotism in a way.
Yeah.
Because that's what had me as a kid.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what I looked up to. I looked up to the Blade Ice Woods from my city. You feel me? I looked up to the Doughboys Cash Out. I looked up to the Tigers, the Lil Waynes, the Wiz Khalifa's.
Yeah.
Like Wiz Khalifa was one of the ones that cracked the era with internet, with
Yeah,
the internet,
yeah,
like with
nah, for sure.
blogging and all of that. Like,
Mhm.
so just growing up in that space and at different spaces of life, certain people had imprints on my character
Mm.
and what I developed into today. You feel me? So like being a leader, you got to be mindful of all of that shit
Yeah,
because it all plays a part of how you're going to lead. Where are you leading the people to?
yeah,
Why are you leading the people?
yeah,
Why are you called to be a leader? These are the questions I feel like you have to ask yourself so you can get to your unique path
mm,
of the people that's meant to follow what you pushing and not necessarily follow too, but support what you doing. That's going to take care of your family for generations on in.
yeah.
Because if you never find that voice, you never figure out why you're called to lead, then at the end of the day, you your brand is kind of all over the place.
Right,
It's like
right.
when I look at everything now, I look at everything like from a brand awareness perspective. One of my favorite people I look at is Kendrick
Mm.
because for the 10 years, close to 15 years that he's been rapping, he has never deviated from what he said he was gonna do,
Nah, that's real.
from his brand, from what he rapped about. He never lost himself in the midst of all of the microwavable music through every era that he's existed in.
Yeah,
You feel me? Cole is another one. So it's like just studying them and learning that, like it's pivotal because anytime Kendrick pops out now, he gonna sell out whatever.
yep,
But it's because he stayed integral to what his brand was.
yeah. Nah, for sure. Didn't like you
Didn't
said.
deviate
Yeah,
at
didn't
all,
deviate at
bro.
all. Didn't like feel like he needed to like even like with him, like how he releases music so strategically. He's
Mm-hmm.
not dropping multiple projects in a year or all
My
of that. Like
God.
he's true to his brand, and you know what his brand is, and you
You can
kind of
identify with it like this.
yeah, yeah,
You can identify with it.
no,
So that's another thing that I've been working through is just identifying my brand at this new level that I'm at mentally and spiritually as a man.
yeah,
And being man enough to be like, damn, okay, I can see where I went off brand.
mm,
But it wasn't just going off brand, it was me discovering myself as a man and realizing that a lot of the things that I did or that I liked was based off impressions of people who I grew
mm,
up around and what I was around. It was
yeah,
never necessarily my true voice.
mm,
You feel me? Because like that's my gift. I'm able to convey stories of not only my upbringing but like real life stories
yeah.
of people that I grew up around and things that I was into, like being real life for me. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Word. And speaking of, becoming a man and coming into that and understanding that, you got a line on your song 100
Mm-hmm.
with Icewear Vezo
Oh, that's my brother.
where
Shout out to
you say
Bill.
something along the lines of when I started healing, I couldn't go to certain places I used to go. Or it was
Yeah, no, real shit. I'm healed now, so it's certain places I can't go back.
when you said that, was that only in the physical or was that mental as well?
No, I feel like just within that record as well, that type of shit is like it exists in every realm. Anything that I'm speaking, even if I'm unconscious of what I'm saying,
Hmm.
I'm aware that when I listen back to it, it's not just a physical lyric or a physical location or a
Mm,
physical thing. It's just like for me, reading the Bible teaches me how to
mm,
rap and how to write music.
yeah,
Because it's allegory, it's metaphors, it's metaphysical, it's physical,
yeah,
it's mental, emotional. It exists in every realm that it's applicable to. So in the physical realm, it could be like, damn, I'm healed now. So it is certain things that I can't go back to doing because
right.
it opens that door up for me.
Mm,
You feel me? And in the spiritual, I'm healed now. So it's certain things that I can't do
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
It opens that door up
yeah,
from an emotional space. I'm healed now. It's certain people or things that I can't allow to enter my emotional space because it opens that wound back up.
yeah.
You feel me? So yeah, that line was multi-layered for me.
Word. And to go a little deeper into it, like, can you share some things that some places you can't go, whether it's, mental or physical?
For me turning this new space in my life, man, and rededicating my life back to the Most High, one of the places that I can't go back to is hustling
Mm,
in no way, shape, or form because I lost my way doing that. And that's originally what I was on before I started to rap consciously.
yeah,
You feel me? So it's that. Really, really, that's the biggest thing in my life right now. I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie, like, because I went through a year and a half to 2 years of like stress and turmoil to get back to the space that I'm currently in right now, letting
mm,
go of all of the things that I picked back up, entering the street space again.
yeah,
And not entering it from a rap perspective. I'm talking about entering it in real life. So Yeah, that's one of the places that I can't go back to. Certain conversations I can't have anymore because it brings out the lower nature of myself.
Yeah.
Certain women, in which I got a girl, but it's certain women at that point in time that I can't have conversations with anymore because you may bring out my lust. There's certain homeboys that I can't talk to because you on the same shit.
Yeah.
And you my nigga, I love you, but it's not an everyday conversation that we can have. I can
Yeah.
love you for who you are and love you where you at, but I see myself going here.
Yeah, nah, for
So
sure.
yeah,
I
it's
know, man. I had to cut off folks that's every time I talk to them, they just telling me about death or telling me about what I mean,
the
like
same
yeah,
old.
it's like the same old shit. Like what I mean, like it's like I don't care to hear about negative, shit that don't pertain me. Now, of
For
course, like
sure.
if it's like somebody in the neighborhood, something happens, somebody passed away, something like that. I mean, of course, but I mean, like when it's like every phone call,
It's some
it,
drama.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I learned now, man, to just let my shit ring. Cause like I come from and I love my family. I love y'all. Y'all gonna see this, but I don't care. I come from a drama infested family, bro, and
yeah,
I'm sure like we all do. Like all
no,
of our
for sure.
upbringing was just about toxic to
Yep,
some
yep,
to some degree. You feel me? But it's like even with my family, me not drinking now and me being sober for 2 years. When I was drinking, it was certain things that I can tolerate just being in my lower self and in a stupor
yeah,
with drinking. Like it's a lot of shit you ignore when you drinking.
yeah,
But like my first year being sober, I would be around family, homies, and I started to be able to see like, damn, bro, really battling silently. Ain't
hmm,
nobody paying attention to why he really drinking like that.
yeah,
Damn, cuz is really hurt. Her heart is really broken. That's why she acting how she acting.
hmm,
And now that I'm the second year in, I can see the shit for what it is, but I got a tolerance with it now.
yeah,
You feel me? Because there's always something going on within the family
right,
space.
right,
A lot of shit gets swept up under the rug. A lot of things don't get talked about. And when you just about the most, and I ain't even gonna say I'm the most sane, because like majority of the men in my family, like we all leaders.
yeah,
You feel me? By the grace of the most high. But like it's a tolerance with that. Like every time you call me, well, this person said this, and man, hey, talk to them. Don't
yeah,
don't don't call me with the bullshit. And you gotta learn to set boundaries too.
yeah,
So
for
me
sure,
learning how to set boundaries with love, like, hey, cuz like you need to talk to that person. Don't call me because I'm not in the middle of that and I don't have nothing to do with that. Don't
yeah,
call me again with that. I love you. I want to let you know I love you, but don't call me again with that.
yeah,
Boop. And when I see you it's all love, we don't have that conversation again. And I feel like we gotta have boundaries with family, with homies, with business, with any space that your feet step into.
yeah. No, that's real.
You gotta
Um,
have it.
I've been sober when it comes to smoking weed since January.
Oh man, how's that been?
Man, it's been good, bro. It was easier than I thought it would be.
Okay.
I mean, at first it was kicking my ass. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Especially because my reason for quitting was because I've always considered myself to be a functional smoker.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point to where, like, I never would have a day where I'm like, damn, it's been a long day, or damn, this person got on my nerves, man. I just need to hit a blunt and just get myself right. But then I started getting to that point,
100.
and I felt myself abusing it. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know what? Like, I'm abusing my vice too much.
For sure.
And I'm not a drinker like that. I drink on occasion, but I ain't a drinker like that. I've always been a smoker. And I just said to myself, just consciously, I was like, man, I'm not in a place where I want to be um, financially,
Real talk.
spiritually.
100.
You know what I mean? Like I was just in a place where I was like, I just need to like get closer, to the higher power and all of that. And what helped me was, so I stopped smoking in January, and then when March came, my partner was like, "Yo, I think you should try Ramadan." And I had never fasted before,
Oh, no doubt.
and
No doubt.
so Ramadan was like life changing for me. And and that even helped me to like just be like at the end of Ramadan, I didn't even crave weed no more or
100.
nothing. And I
Mm-hmm.
was intentionally praying more every day and just,
Mm-hmm.
doing stuff like and I got to get back to this habit cuz I kind of fell off, but I used to wake up every morning and I wouldn't look at my phone for at least like the first like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I would like get up, I would, go sit on my mat, and I would intentionally pray, I would stretch, just do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd get up,
And touch your
touch
phone
my
and get to
phone
the
and get the
world.
day started and, start making some food or whatever, go walk the dog, whatever. But like that put me in such a different place, you
Come
know,
on.
spiritually, mentally, all of that. And like I said, I need to get back to that because I done felt myself fall off, and then I felt like a couple of other bad habits start
Pick
to,
back up. It's
yeah,
it's just what we was talking about with that lyric, man.
yeah,
Like certain things that I can't do no more. Once you do that, you open a realm for more energies to come in and keep you distracted at the end of the day. I can say I'm actively there right now, and it's been for like maybe like a week and a half.
word,
Like I've been back practicing when I go to bed at night, putting my phone in my drawer,
mm,
not even seeing my phone when I get up.
yeah,
So that way, when I get up, I'm used to rolling over and do this. I don't see it right there.
yeah,
So it makes me go, let me get out the bed. Let me stretch.
yeah,
Let me pray.
yeah,
Let me do what I got to do. And I noticed that, like, if you add up the time that niggas is on their phone throughout the day, even if it's a 10-minute spurt here, a
yeah,
20-minute spurt here, you look up and you done wasted 3 hours out of your day just being on your phone.
yeah,
You feel me? So, like,
yeah,
me putting my shit up, my risings go way smoother.
mm,
I'm not in a rush
yeah,
because as soon as we wake up, you plugging your eyes right to the matrix. Like that phone is a gate, it's
oh
a
yeah,
portal.
for
So as
sure,
soon as you open it up and you get right to social media, you're allowing those energies, whatever you come across, access
yeah,
to your auric field, to your mental state. You feel me? Like I was just telling my little brother this, like, bro, we at a space in our life where we know better and we gotta do better.
yeah,
Well, we gotta know that anything that's applicable to your senses, you're supposed to be on guard of every
mm,
single day. You're supposed to guard your eye gates, what you watch,
mm,
what you allow into them, your mouthpiece, who you talk to, what words you let come out your mouth, your ear gates, what you listen to and what you allow somebody to speak to you,
mm,
your food, most importantly, because
yeah,
you are bioelectric. You feel me? Everything that we eat, this is your first mind at the end of the day.
yeah,
So a lot of our diseases and sickness and everything stems from here. It stems from your gut. And the mind and brain is two totally different things. You
mm,
feel me? So it's like anything that's applicable to your senses, bro. I feel like as a man, that's what I'm supposed to be on guard of
yeah,
every single day because spiritually, I am a protector of Mother Earth.
yeah,
You feel me? We're here to protect the divine feminine. But because we exist in this realm that we exist in, which is third, is duality, the law of polarity, we have male and female, light and darkness, up and down, left and right, hot and cold.
yeah,
When at once upon a time, we were one.
mm,
You feel me?
yeah.
So anything that's applicable to your senses, bro, like we gotta be on guard with that.
It's a daily battle too.
Yeah, oh for sure. Cause I fuck up some days too.
Yeah,
Some days, but besides the like last 7 to 10 days, I'm picking my phone up for sure as soon
yeah,
as I roll over and I'm gonna scroll for a little second before you know it. Like the other day, I looked up, I was in my phone. I was in my phone for 2 hours in my bed.
yeah. And see,
I was mad as fuck at myself
that
when I came to my senses.
that's what I caught myself doing a few days ago, where I was like, "Yo, I've been in my phone for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Like I could have been, I
I
could have
could have been
knocked out my
gone
workout. I could have,
for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? I got a couple of books that I really been wanting to read, but since I've been off my square a little bit, I haven't been giving myself them couple minutes to just read at least 10 to 15 pages or
Hmm.
whatever. So I've been catching myself on that. On your Word to Self series, you also said add daily deposits to your spiritual bank.
Without a doubt.
And daily deposits is something that I say every day, like when I work out. I always say, like, if somebody hit me or if I'm in the gym, I'm like, yo, I'm putting in my daily deposits. You know,
100.
what are some ways that you're putting in your daily deposits?
Like you just said, a daily deposit physically is me going to the gym. A daily deposit for me is making sure I'm eating as alkaline and as electric as I can
Mm,
to make sure I'm thinking clear. Um, Emotionally, is therapy.
mm,
Spiritually, is meditation. Is reading ancient scrolls, ancient texts, lost knowledge, lost gospels. Um, Spiritually, same thing, meditation.
yeah.
Running. Running has actually become therapy for me.
Word.
I used to hate running. Like, bro, I remember being in 10th grade and trying to go play football, and I was good at football, but I only played because all of my homies from the hood, like everybody that I was in my hood, everything that I was into at that time,
Yeah.
they all played football.
Yeah.
Man, I got on that shit, man, tried to run. The coach told me to run. I said, fuck you, and I stopped playing, right? But I'm saying that to say, over time, the thing that I despised is something that broke my mind free
Yeah.
as a kid. Like the
Word.
things I didn't like working out. I didn't like running as a kid.
Mhm.
And it's funny now because now that I'm growing into my manhood and becoming a man, those are the things that have broken me free of myself.
Mm.
You feel me? Like I'll take mushrooms, bro, and I'll go run 2 miles.
Yeah.
And within that space, I'm breaking the barriers of my own mind because my body don't want to do it.
Mm.
My body is telling me, stop,
Yeah.
you're hurting me. But it's
Yeah.
because I haven't programmed it to be like, hey, running is cool. But like, it's been times, bro, I start crying, bro, like weeping, but I'm talking to God though.
Yeah.
But I'm breaking a barrier with myself at the same time while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And as I came down off of the trip, I'm like, damn, I wonder if that was just a mushroom thing or if a nigga actually like running now.
Yeah.
And I actually started running and realized like, no, this is actually something that I like to do.
Yeah.
I like to run now. So now that I done moved into my new space, I started it back up this week. I haven't ran. I run every day in the gym, but it's a difference between being on a treadmill
Right.
and physically propelling yourself forward.
Yeah.
It's two totally different
Nah, for
things.
sure.
You feel me? So I've been back on it this week, and I'm like in a way better neighborhood. I didn't stay in a bad neighborhood before,
Yeah.
but I'm in another neighborhood now, like
yeah.
another level.
Yeah.
And just to be able to run and subconsciously program myself and tell myself that, hey, you are worthy. That's why you are in this environment. You are worthy to be in this space, and even in spaces greater than this. So for me to be able to get out and run and see that, I'm subconsciously programming my eye gates.
Yeah.
I'm guarding what I'm watching. I'm guarding my neighborhood and what I see because I know I deserve better and I
Right.
know I'm worthy of it. So like just running changed my life. For sure.
And I've heard that like running outside, I mean, we already know like what the sun does for us, but then I heard that like the energy that we get from the ground and running on different types of pavement. So running on concrete, but then running on like gravel,
Yeah.
running on like
Different
grass,
terrain.
yeah, different terrains. I heard that it like sends different signals like to your brain and is like really helpful for you as well.
Yeah, hell yeah, because you got to think like, okay, so when I do mushrooms, I run barefooted.
Mm.
I don't run with shoes on.
So you
Bro,
straight
just looked up.
ground.
Yeah, fuck him up. But yeah, like I
That boy moved to
that's
a
just
good
on mushrooms.
neighborhood. You out there running with no shoes on.
No, you know what? At my crib that I was just staying at, it was mainly it was a balance of concrete, but it was a lot of grass where I stayed
Yeah.
at. So me running like that, every nerve goes to the bottom of your feet.
Yeah.
So like with reflexology, certain parts of your foot you can touch and it'll affect certain organs or certain parts of your body.
Yeah.
So it goes back to what I said. We are bioelectric beings, and I don't speak that to everybody. But if you are Aboriginal or indigenous to this land, the Americas, or just this realm in general, the gods of this realm, we connect to Mother Earth, and we
Yeah.
connect through everything is a gateway, 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 gateway,
Yeah.
gateway, gateway. So like this is how we allow energy. We are in a way like conduits for energy at the end of the day, which is how you can have people that know how to channel, that know how to that are mediums, that know how to connect to the spirit realm effortlessly. It's the same thing with running. You get into a certain mode of running and connecting yourself to the earth, you really start to hear clearly
Yeah.
because you are the antenna,
Yeah. Nah,
which
for
is what a
sure.
lot of our ancient spiritual practices is. It's attuning yourself to a certain frequency so you can hear clearly.
Yeah, no, that's
Mm.
real. Because even during that time when I was during Ramadan, when I was fasting and I was grounding and just doing everything, and I was telling people, I was like, "Yo, like I'm seeing colors
Oh, my
different."
mama.
I had a long time where I wasn't really having dreams, and I was
Mhm.
having really vivid. Like now, I have like really vivid dreams,
Mhm.
and I talk to my ancestors,
Oh,
and,
no doubt.
and really like am in tune with that. And sometimes I have like weird dreams where I won't understand the message when I wake up, but then like maybe even a few days later, like
It
something will
comes to
happen
you.
and it'll be like, wow,
Mhm.
and I can't really tell nobody that shit because folks look at you like you weird or whatever. But
You got to know that, man. 85% of the population is asleep at the end of the day, which
Yeah.
is why those who are called to lead, why we have to lead, why we have to be connected. Because if you don't have somebody within your circle that you can kick it with or shoot the shit with when it comes to real life, because that's real life at
Yeah,
the end of the day.
yeah.
I'm a firm knower that I'll say that this realm is fake and the dream realm is more realer than this realm. You
Yeah.
feel me? So a lot of the times the dreams that we do have, it's connected to the infinite. You are the infinite. You are the creator experiencing itself in real time. You are an individual expression,
Yeah.
an imprint of the creator, experiencing emotions, experiencing pain, experiencing hurt, experiencing all of these different things in this realm. It's like, bro, you got to have people that you can kick it with.
Yeah.
I got a spiritual circle or a sacred circle, what I call it, that when I had these dreams, I can call them. When I'm going through certain things, real shit spiritually, I have elders that I can call, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to say I got elders that I can call to
Yeah.
help me decipher dreams. Or if it's a spiritual attack, or if I became susceptible to something that I wasn't aware of. I have people around me that can bring me back to ground zero.
Yeah.
And we need that because the vibration of Earth is speeding up. The realms are being more accessible to us. The veil is thinning. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's shit or get off the pot time. That's why we seeing so many deaths. That's why we seeing so much chaotic energy going on. I be telling my homies all the time, even when I was in the street, like, bro, chaos got to come before restoration come. A lot of our hoods
real.
been, and it's just young shit, but a lot of us was beefing with a lot of these different hoods, and through that chaos, real restoration came. A lot of them got locked up. Or unfortunately, some of them died. But now niggas is grown men. Like we in a totally different space. Majority of us got kids or like got real life shit going on. So to still be carrying on what we was on as kids, like don't make no sense.
Yeah, no, that's real. And you know, for you growing up, you know, in the streets, a product, you know, of the streets, but then making, you know, these transitions within your life, you know, being intentional about, you know, finding, you know, the positive vibrations and just being just more conscious, you know, of who you are. How do you how do you sort of find like that balance between like the person who you are or once were, which is still a part of you,
100.
but then this new spiritual, conscious, you know, part of yourself and stay true to yourself within, you know, the balance.
Yeah. Before I used to worry about existing too much over here and existing too much over here. And I feel like that's where you lose yourself at. Like for years, I lost myself trying to be something opposed to just being. It's not about being conscious 100% of the time. It's not
Right.
being aware 100% of the time. I feel like niggas who do be on that, like, that's fake to me.
Yeah.
You feel me? You might catch me on a Saturday, bro, and I might be on the block with my niggas just chilling
Yeah.
because that's still a part of me. That's the essence of where I come from.
Yeah.
You might catch me on a Tuesday, and I might be with the gods, building
Yeah.
and kicking it. Both of those people are the same exact person.
Yeah.
It's just my palette has expanded. My range has expanded. My awareness has depth to it now. Because I feel like the deeper you get with awareness, with knowledge, and turning it over to wisdom, I've learned that, like, bro, it's not about differentiating myself from who I was. It's showcasing that, hey, that's still me.
Yeah.
Regardless to the fact, because nobody lived those experiences but me.
Right.
So for me to get to a space of real consciousness, and I've been in this space, be like to try to shun that or be like, no, that's not me. That ain't real.
Yeah.
That ain't authentic.
Yeah.
Because I got family members that really know me. And they knew me being unconscious more than they knew me being conscious.
Right. Right.
So for me to be coming around and be, oh man, y'all shouldn't be eating that. Or because I caught 2 DUIs, oh no, y'all shouldn't be drinking. And it's like, hell no, I still understand niggas gonna drink.
Yeah.
I still understand niggas gonna smoke, bro. You
Yeah.
feel me? I love you for who you are. Love me for who I am as I navigate through figuring this out. And that's the distinguishing factor. It's about figuring it out. You got so many people that be aware of shit and just don't tap into it just because they don't give a fuck or they don't care to learn right now at this space in their life.
Yeah.
I've always been a person that I have to figure this out. Why is this like this? I'm the one that's questioning the creator. Why is this like this?
Yeah.
Why did I go through this experience? You feel me? And it's through navigating through all of that that I can finally say now it's just about being authentic, bro.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I'm not trying to be conscious.
Ignorance is bliss.
100.
So people would rather just not know shit than
Then know it because you held accountable then.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. A lot of us don't want to be held accountable for what we know. Goes back to what we talking about with leadership. If I'm aware of who I am, what I am, I'm called now. I've accepted the calling, whether I want to accept the shit or not, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what comes with leadership, accountability. Nobody wants to be held accountable for their self alone, for people that follow them and believe in the same things that you believe in.
Yeah.
So it's like to be called in to be a leader, bro, that's not no easy job. That's not no easy task because you can't really drop the ball, but you still human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you gon' fuck up. You feel me? And it took years for me to realize, like, damn, when I went through this space in my life, I had people that really was following behind what I was on, really believed in what I believed in.
Yeah.
And I didn't take account, like, damn, how many people did I really let down? Or how many people did I detour from their path? You feel me?
Yeah.
And that come with being older, emotional intelligence, being
Yeah.
able to reflect and look back like, damn, all right, I can eat that though.
Yeah.
Because I'm still human at the end of the day.
Right.
I'm in a much wiser space now. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it was like all of that shit play a part, bro. It ain't about trying to be something. Because if I'm trying to be something, that's showing to the universe that I lack it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I either have to be it or not be it.
Yeah. No,
You
that's
feel
real.
me? That's how the universe is coded. It's not personal. The energy of the universe, the creator, is impersonal. Electricity is impersonal. Electricity isn't going to say, hey, if a little kid walk up to that motherfucking socket, that, oh, I'm not going to shock you because you're a little kid. No, electricity is just electricity. The creator is just the creator at the end of the day. You feel me? So it's like learning that, it just keep me grounded, bro. It keep me grounded now. Because I'm not trying to be nothing
Yeah.
but myself.
During your sobriety journey, how much did you notice like how less your phone would ring, or how certain people, like that you might have been with regularly when you were indulging, you might not even talk to at all anymore?
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I didn't go through that.
Okay.
I didn't, because I wasn't the go out, get drunk every weekend type of person. Man, I'm the type, I'm a drink and I'm gonna have a vibe.
Yeah.
Feel me? I'm gonna have a little shorty I'm kicking it with. That's my type of vibe. Or I only drink with my brothers.
Right. Right.
You feel me? So like my circle never changed.
Gotcha.
Our dynamic changed when I caught the DUI, both of them. Because now it's like at the time when I caught my second DUI, all of my brothers were still drinking just about. So I didn't want to go out. I didn't care to, because I didn't share that space with them that we shared when it came to drinking no more. But then once some of them started to sober up and stop drinking, nah, it's a different conversation now. Now we growing together. Now we healing together. Now this is something that we share. This is
Yeah.
a common interest. And even outside of that, even if it wasn't about drinking, my niggas is still my niggas. My
Right.
brothers is still my brothers. It ain't like you start getting money and everybody around you, and then when you stop, niggas stop calling. By the grace of God, I've been fortunate enough to be like, all my niggas still around.
Yeah.
All my day one homies still around. My family is still around. My phone still ring
Yeah.
just like it did before. But what changed is now what I tolerate in regards to what I take in when people call.
Mm.
So it's not more so about people calling me. It's about the calls that I accept now.
Yeah.
Because when I was drinking, I had more of a tolerance to deal with people and they bullshit, or to take on people problems,
Yeah.
or to help people financially. Now that I'm chemically balancing back out, I look at the phone now and be like, yep.
Mm.
I'll just look at that bitch. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. And don't answer the phone.
Nah, that's real. Nah, but for peace of mind, you have to do that.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
And it's funny that you say, how you notice when you start making like some of those changes, that even people around you potentially started making some changes as well. I experienced that too. Like my cousin, who around a lot, he moved down here from Memphis, and we would go out, drink, blow blunts, whatever, you know what I mean, and get it in. And then I remember when I made the conscious effort to stop, he one day came to me and was like, "Hey, cuz, shit, I'm a week off." Like, he didn't even tell me he was gonna do it. And he was like, "Hey,
You
man,
influenced them, though.
I'm a week off smoking. Like, I ain't been burning. Hey, man, like I've been working out and I stopped drinking, and I don't even feel like drinking no more." And it was like, word. And now we like months in, and he's actually he just got a gig. Like, he's on the road, moving around with Chris Brown.
Oh, that's fire.
And he was like, "Bro, I'm so happy that I
Made that choice
made
prior
that
to coming
choice."
into this.
Yeah,
It wouldn't have came.
because he was like, "Yo, now I don't have none of these temptations when I'm on the road, and I'm just on my square, just you know what I mean." And he killing
Running.
it with what he doing. So so it's ill, because you never know, like you never know who you gonna influence when
you make a decision for yourself.
Yeah. So to your point, also what you were saying, like you don't even know, sometimes people are looking at you, and then it's like, man, how many people did I maybe steer down the wrong
For
way?
sure. For sure. And at the end of the day, energetically, you held accountable for that. Like, I realized that with me not drinking and starting to balance back out, it was a lot of opportunities that the universe and the creator couldn't give me because I'd have fucked them up. I wasn't wise enough. I wasn't emotionally intelligent enough to deal with the things that's starting to come into my life, that's starting to come into fruition now.
Yeah.
Because when you called and you are called to do a specific thing, you have to do it regardless to the fact. Now, you either gonna delay it and it's still going to come, or the opportunity is going to continue to be given to people around you until you wake up and be like, let me get my shit together.
Yeah.
You feel me? So him going into that space, the universe had already written for him to go into that space.
Yeah.
But it was two ways that could have went. He could have went into that and been trapped and got caught in the mix of the Chris Brown world, which I can't imagine what the fuck that world is like.
Man.
Or he learned the lesson and he wasn't aware that he was about to go into that space.
Yeah.
And the universe had it written for him to go into there. And like he said, I'm not tempted.
Yeah, yeah. Because he was
Feel me?
like, man, I'm so happy when I go to each of these cities. He was like, I'm not even looking for like, man, where the weed man at? He was like, shit, I'm so focused on my job that shit, I'm just on it. And you know what I mean? So nah, that's what's up. So your new project that you drop, or your latest project, Microdose, Dark Side. Why did you title it that? Because I think when I spoke to you before the project actually dropped, wasn't it just called Microdose?
Yep. It was just called Microdose. And the story behind that itself was mainly speaking to like me introducing psilocybin from a street perspective to the culture of rap.
Say that again. Introducing
Psilocybin to the culture of rap.
Okay.
From a street perspective.
Okay, you got to break down what that is. I got.
Okay, so psilocybin is basically just the property in mushroom that activates when we take it, right? So that's where the name came from, that from a spiritual standpoint, but from a physical, it was more so just a sample of what's to come, because a microdose of anything is just a piece of what's to come later. It's the appetizer before an entree. So that's where the original title came from. But the dark side came from, even during that period from last year until now, I was still battling between consciousness and street. Which I'm like I said, I'm both of them at the end of the day. Because of my street upbringing, I can't run from who I am. But now that I've developed a consciousness and awareness about myself, the dark side was really just speaking to like, hey, we conscious, we're aware, but real street shit is still going on. I'm still involved in certain spaces within my life where I'm tied to the street still by default. And not in a negative way. But I'm still tied to my block. I'm still tied to where I come from. And many of the corners that I ran as a kid, I'm still tied to them. So it's like we have to normalize the fact that, hey, just because I'm aware don't mean I'm going to turn the other cheek like the Messiah said to do. Just because I'm conscious and I'm aware don't mean I'm not going to fuck up, or I'm not going to slip up. I'm not going to do something stupid. I'm still human at the end of the day. So I want a microdose just to showcase like my thoughts that I don't fully get to express.
Wow. And what does true identity mean to you now? Like when you compare when you were first, starting music, your artistry, and just and yeah, working on music.
I think I'm just now starting to step into who I truly am now. Because like I said, like that, what I identified as true identity were impressions of other people that influenced me musically. I hadn't found my voice yet. And I'm still navigating through finding my voice. But I know from an identity perspective, I'm aware of who I am, what I am, and whose I am spiritually. And that overpowers and overtrumps everything. You feel me? So I feel like my true identity is the creator experiencing itself through material matter. So if I think that I am the creator and I move as the creator, then I view the world from a certain perspective. I'm way more forgiving. I move with love more than I move with whatever this 3D realm is trying to get me to move in, as far as like energy patterns. You feel me? So like that's my true identity. That's what I identify with now. Everything with the music, it bleeds through that. So whatever the creator gives me to say, as long as it's authentic to who I am, where I am in my life, it's about expressing it freely and not worried about what people gonna think about it. I don't give two fucks no more.
Yeah, where and you got a diverse cast of features on there. I swear Vezo we mentioned earlier.
That's my boy.
Skilla Baby.
That's my brother.
Then you got the Get 'Em High song with La Russell, Simba.
Who else was on there? My girl Soul Child. Soul Child is actually real dope.
Yeah,
I think
she
she's
was
from New
dope.
Jersey.
Okay.
So Soul Child from New Jersey.
And the Hit Boy did that beat?
Yep, Hit Boy did the beat.
Wow.
That was a play through Royce actually.
Okay.
I had been out to LA a few times, so I had rubbed shoulders with Hit Boy.
Hit Boy's such a legend.
Man, Hit Boy is one of the greatest to ever do this shit, bro. Like one of the greatest to ever do it, sonically for sure. So to be able to have him on there, me and Simba developed a relationship off of that record.
Word.
we were aware of who each other was or were. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough to be like, hey, bro, I fuck with you. I fuck with you too. Here go my number.
Yeah.
When Royce reached out to Simba, like, hey, I'm working with, you feel me, Courtney. I want to get you on this record. It was a done deal. He like, oh, hell yeah, I already fuck with bro. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it done, no problem. So when I had to go out to LA, we ended up booking some studio time, and Simba pushed up just so we could shoot content and kick it. From that day on, we've been locked in ever since then.
Word.
I can call, like, I called bro. He called me, like, we sit up and check in with each other. I know about his son, his family.
Yeah.
He know about what's going on in my circle. You feel me? So he a cool brother. But as far as I swear, a lot of the guys from the city, man, from my city at least, I got real relationships with outside of music. The music relationship don't affect the personal. A lot of these niggas I knew before, like, they were popping to the world,
Yeah.
and it was real street activity and certain stuff going on within the climate of our city. Feel me? So like Vezo is one of them. That's my big brother for real.
Word.
Like we can go months without talking. As soon as he called me, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Like we chop it. And Skilla, I think out of our history of our generation, I always give bro his flowers every time he get brought up. Cause Skilla to me is the definition of a stand-up nigga when it come to moral principle and integrity, being from the street and being from where we from. Like he not no goofy by a long shot, and he a real stand-up man before the rap.
Mm.
You feel me? Like he's an A+ in my book.
Word.
As a homie, like he's an A+. He's somebody I always want to give they flowers to.
Yeah.
I got real love for Skilla.
Word. No, that's what's up, man. Nah, bro is definitely dope, but I call him a generational talent. Like
No, for sure. For sure. And the women love that nigga.
Yeah.
Like the women love Skilla. He like our generation of like Fabulous in a way.
Yeah.
He like our generation of Fabulous at the end of the day. Like Skilla hard.
Nah, for sure. Did you get to work with LaRussell in the studio?
No, so I've had conversations with LaRussell though. Like
Okay.
we didn't kick it, but I don't know him personally enough to be like, oh yeah, that's my homie. Like we kick it.
Yeah.
Like he did that off of the love of Royce, and with Royce executively producing that project.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him for doing that because he didn't have to do it. You
Yeah.
feel me? But yeah, I don't have direct relationship
Gotcha.
with him. Like if I comment on something, he show love. You feel me? Or if he comment on something, I show love. But that's just where it's at as far as now.
Yeah. He a cat who's revolutionized.
He's revolutionized the
independent
culture.
game. Yeah, and culture. Yeah, just can't even just say the independent.
Yeah,
game.
like he I feel like he picked up where Nipsey left off at.
Yeah.
In a
For
lot of
sure.
ways.
For
Like
sure.
and he showed that for their demographic, for Vallejo, for where they from, you can be who you are and take this shit to the masses and take it to the world if you have a great team and a great infrastructure built. I feel like it's been thousands of hours where he wasn't recognized. Like, cause I remember LaRussell when he had 5,000 followers on his
Yeah.
page, 4,000 followers on his page.
Mm.
When Charlemagne the God and everybody started to share that freestyle, that real nigga freestyle,
Yeah.
that was his moment. And he capitalized off of it because his infrastructure was already built and ready. He
Yeah.
had hours and hours and hours of putting the work in behind the camera.
Yeah.
So the infrastructure didn't necessarily change. It just tightened up once the light got put on him, and then he exploded.
Yeah.
He's a person that he don't need an artist, a big popping artist to pop.
Right.
He's built his infrastructure and fan base for people who fuck with the lifestyle that he lives,
Yeah.
who fucks with him as a person. And I feel like that's what we all got to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's where the industry is going to now. The industry is being put in the shambles right before our eyes.
Yeah.
And those who are once in power, it's about the independent taking the power back and knowing that we have to cut out that middleman and get directly to our fan.
Yeah. Nah.
So, for $1,000 tip of the project.
Hell no, I didn't see that, but that's genius though. It's not about the money. And I feel like with bro, it damn near probably was never about the money.
Right.
He knew he was gonna get to the bag. And when you know you're gonna get to the bag, it's certain ways you're gonna think and move when it comes to directly connecting to your fan.
Yeah.
That's what he showed a lot of people how to do. Whether niggas gonna speak on it or not, he showed you for our generation how to directly connect with your fan. You don't gotta be a street nigga. You
Right.
don't gotta be a gangster. You don't
Right.
gotta be a killer. I make my own music. I love my music. And because he believe in himself that much, people who naturally attract that frequency and that vibration, they fucking with him. They go to this man's mama house in the backyard and he sells out a backyard venue
Yes.
Yes. So,
doing his own music.
So he sold over 100 tickets for 1,000. So he made, after the first one sold out, he did another concert or another sign up. There's things that haven't happened yet. But the first first one, he sold over 100 tickets, 1,000 each.
Come on,
And
clean up,
Yeah.
clean up.
Clinton, he killing it, bruh.
But he made
and
it valuable,
doing
though.
it on his own terms.
Come on,
Yeah.
and he made the experience an experience. Even if you just go to the back, his backyard, and you just hear him rap, the fact that you paid $1,000 to go there shows how much you believe, how much you're attached to the brand.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He showed you how to create a super fan.
Yeah.
He showed you how to create a cult following
Yeah.
with everyday life people.
Yeah.
Because his range, as far as demographic, with who he attract, it's all different walks of life.
Yeah.
It might be street niggas back there.
Yeah.
If I fuck with what you own, I may not fuck with the music all the way, but I fuck with the person that you are.
Yeah.
So because I'm invested into the person, I'm gonna spend my cheese.
Yeah.
Or I may not fuck with you and may not know you fully, but I fuck with your business infrastructure. I fuck with your business model. I fuck with what you own. So I'm gonna come spend cheese.
Yeah.
That's what we doing this for. We doing this thing called music to get back to the super fan. You feel me? And a lot of times, at a point in time, the industry signing to a label was one of the biggest things that you can do. You sign a
Right.
deal, nigga, you out of here.
Yeah.
And I've watched me still feeling like I'm breaking through the mold as far as being a breakthrough artist. I've watched the industry shift so many ways in the past 2 years, let alone 5.
Yeah, nah, that's real. Because now, like, you hear a lot of these